Chosen one. This video is step 1. Step 2 is in your bank. This is not a coincidence. This video isn't just something you stumbled upon. It's a signal, a divine prompt, a marker in your timeline that confirms something major has already begun. Step 1 is happening right now, and the moment you press play, something in the invisible realm has been activated. There's a reason this message found you. There's a reason your spirit leaned in and your heart beat a little faster when you read the title. You're not being left behind. You're being prepared. Watch this video until the very end and write your warmest wishes in the comments and write Amen along with the number 777. This is the space where wishes come true, where heaven listens, where faith ripples through the universe and starts shaking things loose in your favor. What you speak today carries a power you won't fully understand until the delivery hits your life. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Something is shifting. Not tomorrow, not next month, now. The atmosphere around you has been stirred by divine intention. God is orchestrating this moment, and He didn't send you here for entertainment. He sent you here for confirmation. Step 1 is the realization. Step 2 is the manifestation. Step 1 is the awakening. Step 2 is the breakthrough. Step 1 is you receiving this message. Step 2 is your bank receiving the result. You've been walking in what looked like silence, but heaven has not been quiet concerning you. Every step you've taken, every tear you've cried, every moment you thought no one saw you, God did. And every unnoticed sacrifice has been written into the blueprint of what is about to happen next. There's a divine record of your endurance, your restraint, your obedience, your loyalty, and that record is now calling for a release. Step 1 had to be you finally knowing that what's happening to you is not random. You had to get this confirmation first. You had to feel it settle into your bones before the real evidence showed up. You had to sense it in the spirit before it exploded in the natural. And it is about to explode. It will be undeniable. The second part, the one no one sees coming, is already waiting for you in the system. There's been a divine delay, but it was not a denial. God wasn't ignoring your need. He was preserving the magnitude of your outcome. If He gave you what you asked for when you first begged for it, it would have been too small, too temporary. But now the preparation matches the blessing. Now your spiritual maturity aligns with the financial elevation. And now, what's being transferred has your name all over it, sealed in the heavens, approved without further delay. What they didn't see was the secret decision made over your life. A divine yes that broke through resistance. A divine signature that cannot be removed. A spiritual deposit that's about to mirror itself in a financial release. Your name has been selected, and what's coming next is not earned through your hustle. It's granted through your alignment. You didn't miss it. That's the lie the enemy wanted you to believe. That it's too late. That it passed you by. That you messed up too badly. But God has the final word. And the final word was a release. This is the release you've been unknowingly walking toward. Everything else was a rehearsal. This is the real moment. This is the real notification. This is the step that counts. The first instruction was to pay attention. You did. The second is to stay open. You must. Because this is bigger than you imagined. This is not just a blessing. It's a full circle restoration, and not just financial. You're about to receive divine validation, spiritual recognition, and peace so weightless it lifts the heaviness off your shoulders without warning. They tried to overlook you. They tried to ignore your energy. They tried to question your worth. But what they failed to realize is that your worth was never tied to their opinion. It was anchored in your purpose. That purpose is what kept pulling you through storms that should have wrecked you. That purpose is what's making your name echo now through spaces you haven't even entered yet. God has already whispered your name to the right people. The doors that will open won't need your resume. The blessings that will land won't need your explanation. It will just happen. And those who see it will know it wasn't luck. It was alignment. It was divine. It was overdue. It was God. You're not being prepared for crumbs. You're being aligned for overflow. And the sign is this video. That's step 1. Step 2 is when the notification hits, when the transfer clears, when your name is on the system and the money shows up like it always belonged to you. Because it does. You've already been approved in heaven. It just had to find the right time on earth. And now is the time. Everything in your life was leading up to this moment. The ups and downs, the confusion, the delays. They weren't meant to punish you. They were designed to make this moment unmistakable. God wanted you to know that when the delivery hits, there's no doubt in your spirit about where it came from. Not luck, not chance, not hustle. God. This isn't a random deposit coming to you. It's targeted. It's surgical. It's traced back to your obedience. Every time you walked away when your pride wanted to stay. Every time you kept quiet when you wanted to defend yourself. Every time you gave when you barely had. Every time you prayed when you were exhausted. Every time you kept going when everything around you said stop. Heaven was recording. And now, that divine record has turned into divine release. What is coming will be undeniable. But it will also feel supernatural. You will look around and realize this didn't come from a human setup. This came from a higher order. It came from the same force that told you to hold on one more day. It came from the same whisper that said, "Don't give up yet." That whisper was preparation for a wave. And the wave is here. Step 1 was the activation of your awareness. The reminder that you were not forgotten. Step 1 was the sound of the gate unlocking. Step 1 was the proof that this journey you've been on is not just emotional, it's spiritual. Financial doors are opening, yes, but they're not opening in isolation. They're opening because something inside you shifted. That shift wasn't loud. It was sacred. It didn't make headlines. It made alignment. God saw it. And now, the reward is flowing from the invisible into the visible. It had to be quiet at first. Because the transformation happening in you was too holy to be exposed too soon. But now the time for silence is over. Now the evidence will be loud. There's a system that's already in motion. The money is not pending. The transfer is not waiting on approval. The only thing that needed to happen was your arrival at this level of knowing. And now that you've arrived, everything changes. Not slowly, not eventually, suddenly. Step 2 is the release of what's been held for you. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to explain it. You don't even have to convince anyone that it's yours. It will show up with clarity. It will show up with force. It will show up in such a way that even those who didn't believe in you will have to admit it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with God. This isn't just a transaction. It's a transformation. This isn't just a deposit. It's a deliverance. You've been faithful with little. Now you're being trusted with much. The system isn't broken. It was just waiting for you. The confirmation you needed is here. The wealth that's attached to your name is flowing toward you. And it knows exactly where to land. Step 2 will not be announced. It will be felt. It will arrive with divine timing, not human explanation. The funds coming into your life are not accidental. They are inherited. They are the result of a spiritual birthright. You've crossed a threshold, and what was previously delayed is now being rushed in your direction. You'll know it's real when things begin to align faster than your mind can process. When everything starts flowing with ease. When connections, contracts, and confirmations show up without you forcing them. That's step 2. That's the physical reaction to a spiritual decision made over your life. People around you won't understand how it happened so fast. But you'll know, this wasn't fast. It was divine timing disguised as delay. What felt like nothing was actually everything. Every silent night, every lonely morning, every day you showed up without reward, God counted it. And now, it's being repaid in full. Step 2 will be a roar. Not of noise, but of truth. A roar in your life that silences every lie ever spoken over you, every doubt that lingered, every voice that said you wouldn't make it. Step 2 will prove that nothing can stop what's already been written. You're stepping into evidence, and the evidence will shake the atmosphere around you. Even the bank won't fully understand how it happened, but it will be there. In your account, on your statement, under your name. Because what God funds, no system can block. What God approves, no algorithm can delay. And what God releases, no force on earth can reverse. Step 2 is inevitable now. You crossed the line. You believed when there was no proof. You said yes in the dark. And now, light is bursting forth. This is not just a new day. It's a new realm. And you've been invited to live in it. There are systems hidden beneath systems. There are layers to how heaven works. What most people see on the surface is just the final shimmer of a decision made long ago in the invisible. What's happening now in your life didn't begin with this moment. It began with divine intention. And that intention has matured. It has reached its appointed hour. You may have questioned the timing before. You may have wondered if God had forgotten, if something went wrong, if the path got interrupted. But what you didn't know is that God allowed the silence to deepen your faith. He allowed the stretch to make room for more. Had the blessing arrived too early, it would have broken you. But now you're ready to carry it. Step 1 was never just about listening to a message. It was about something deeper unlocking inside of you. Something waking up. Something ancient. Something true. The part of you that always knew there was more. The part that never stopped believing, even when it had no reason to. That part has just aligned with heaven's timing. Step 2 was never about the bank account alone. It was about what that financial shift confirms. It confirms your elevation. It confirms your selection. It confirms that what was unseen has now become undeniable. It confirms that your faith was not foolish. It was prophetic. You've walked into fulfillment, and the bank is only one of many places where the evidence will show up. Your name is in rooms your feet haven't touched yet. Your energy has entered atmospheres your body hasn't reached. Your breakthrough has been whispered in places you've never been. And now, heaven is giving you the signal that you've been waiting for. Go ahead. It's safe to receive. The blessing won't be snatched from you. The door won't be slammed in your face. This time, the green light stays green. The second phase is not just material, it's spiritual weight. It's confirmation through overflow. It's a divine deposit that makes noise in the natural realm. It's God saying, I didn't forget what I promised you. It's God saying, they tried to block it, but I broke through. It's God saying, I kept the best for now, because now you can hold it without losing yourself. The reason it took so long is because the blessing had to fit your growth. It had to match your transformation. God refused to let the blessing arrive while you were still doubting yourself. He wanted you to know, without question, that what's coming wasn't a fluke. It was a result. It was written. And it's permanent. Step 2 is permanent. It's not coming to visit. It's coming to stay. This isn't a momentary lift. It's a lifetime change. You're not just receiving funds. You're receiving flow, continuous provision, a stream that doesn't dry up after one miracle. God is establishing a rhythm, a pattern of abundance, a divine cycle that continues to pour because it's rooted in purpose. You've stepped out of survival. You've stepped into overflow. No more scraping. No more waiting for just enough. That chapter is over. Step 2 brings more than you need, not just to bless you, but to position you. Because where you're going, influence matters, resources matter, visibility matters. And now, all three are coming together for your benefit. You will see the shift in the numbers. But more than that, you'll see it in the way doors open, in the way favor follows you, in the way people treat you, in the way opportunities flow into your inbox. You'll see it in how the timing of everything suddenly makes sense. You'll say, this was why the wait had to happen. This was why God held it. Because now it's unstoppable. God is setting you up for something you couldn't have imagined even on your most faith-filled day. You prayed for enough. He's giving you abundance. You asked for a chance. He's giving you control. You hoped for a glimpse. He's giving you glory. This isn't just next level, chosen one. This is destiny level. The people who doubted you will be silent now. Not because they understand, but because the proof is louder than their opinion. You won't have to argue. You won't have to convince. You won't have to perform. The shift will speak for itself. And when it does, it will echo. Step 2 carries sound. The sound of divine reversal. The sound of systems bending in your favor. The sound of your name being tied to wealth. The sound of breakthrough moving faster than the clock. The sound of heaven's will crashing into Earth's system and winning. You are not at the mercy of chance. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are walking inside of it. The miracle has legs now. It has speed, and it knows your location. What's coming has been GPS locked in the spirit. It cannot miss you. It cannot be rerouted. It cannot be denied. The bank may deliver it. But the origin is heaven. The system has already started moving. The countdown has already passed. You are not waiting for something to begin. You're living inside of what has already been launched. The release has been triggered. The heavenly instruction has gone forth. And now the earthly realm must obey. The alignment is no longer pending. It is active. It's already traveling. Not through ordinary wires or predictable routes, but through divine circuitry. It's moving in dimensions beyond what your natural eyes can trace. The funds are coming. But it's not just the money. It's the proof of the promise. It's the realization of the vision. It's the weight of what was declared in silence now becoming loud in your life. Step 2 is noisy. Not in chaos, but in clarity. It announces that the era of guessing is over. It makes the invisible visible. It puts what was once whispered into motion. You don't need to guess anymore. You don't need to wonder. You're no longer in the season of maybe. You've crossed into the land of yes. Yes to overflow. Yes to divine deposits. Yes to seeing what you sensed for years finally take shape. Yes to ownership. Yes to dominion. Yes to the life that matches the calling God placed on you. For too long, you've been living under the pressure of purpose without the platform to hold it. Now the platform is being given, not through human charity, but through divine order. Not through manipulation, but through manifestation. Step 2 doesn't ask for permission. It simply arrives. It overrides earthly resistance and walks straight into your experience. It doesn't knock. It enters. Because God authorized it. And when heaven authorizes, earth must comply. You're not begging for breakthrough anymore. You are the breakthrough. You are the moment. You are the signal. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Your testimony will unlock others. Your increase will serve as confirmation to those around you who are still waiting. They'll see your leap, and they'll know. God did this. Chosen one, there are receipts coming. Not just statements, but evidence. Evidence that heaven funds what it initiates. Evidence that divine timing is not delayed. It's precise. Evidence that you were never out of alignment, even when it felt like wandering. You were being positioned for clarity. You were being refined for acceleration. Your enemies will be confused, but they will not be able to stop it. They may watch, but they won't be able to interfere. God has surrounded what's coming to you. He has placed spiritual security around your transfer. He has sealed it with fire. He has encased it with favor. This is not just increase, it's protected increase. Step 2 is safe. You don't have to be afraid to receive. You don't have to look over your shoulder. This isn't a trap. This isn't a test. This is triumph. This is what happens when preparation meets prophecy. This is what it looks like when God finishes what He started. You've walked through drought. You've sat in silence. You've endured the loneliness of being chosen. But now the loneliness becomes legacy. The drought becomes deluge. The silence becomes sound. The season that felt like loss will now feel like launch. Step 2 is the launch. It's the catapult. It's the thing that pushes you beyond your current environment and into the life that always called to you. You're not just being blessed, you're being moved, shifted, elevated, accelerated, all in one wave. The financial system will respond to what heaven declared. The numbers will change. The notifications will show up. The account will be updated. But more than that, your posture will shift. Your confidence will rise. Your sense of timing will align. Your mind will stop racing. Because now you know. You didn't imagine it. You were right to believe. The way things fall into place will feel surreal. The divine speed at which your environment changes will leave you in awe. But you won't be scared. You'll be ready. Because you've already passed the test of scarcity. Now you are being initiated into surplus. Chosen one, don't be surprised when you start to feel the pull. When doors start opening with ease. When people start offering what you never asked for. When favor starts flowing faster than you can track. It's not manipulation. It's manifestation. It's not coincidence. It's covenant. And your name is on it. This is not a time to shrink. It's your time to shine. Not because you forced your way to the top, but because God lifted you. And when He lifts, no one can bring you down. You're not stepping into a random blessing. You're stepping into a reserved space. Step 2 is reserved, marked, tailored. It wasn't handed to someone else. It was held for you. Through every delay, through every attack, through every false start, it stayed in place. And now, the reservation is being released. Step 2 is not just a transaction. It is a turning point. It is the line between what was and what will never be again. It is where the struggle ends and the supply begins. This is the moment where heaven's timeline collides with your earthly timeline, and the merger changes your entire trajectory. This is where you begin to live differently, not from pressure, but from purpose. You will no longer wake up trying to survive. You will rise knowing you are provided for. The energy of panic that once sat on your shoulders every morning is being dissolved. And in its place, God is placing clarity, calm, and divine compensation. The accounts will reflect it, but the transformation is deeper. You're stepping into stewardship now, into favor that follows you wherever you go, into spaces that feel like home even though you've never been there before, into wealth that answers questions your mouth never had to ask, into protection that feels like peace. Chosen one, there is something different about this season.